Guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're back with another video. I'm running you through how to lean bulk. So I'm going to be running you through 5 things that you must do to ensure that you're going to maximize your lean gains and not turn it into what we all do, which is a dirty bulk, okay? So before I jump into it, guys, I just want to say and give you a quick reminder, make sure you hit the subscribe button, join the crew. We're coming out with weekly videos, okay? So yeah, I'm on a roll at the moment, so I'm gonna keep it going. I'm here with Allan. So if you guys have any suggestions, please drop them below now before you forget, and also smash the thumbs up button. So I'll give you 3 seconds. Okay, back to the video. So what we're gonna chat first off, before we get into the 5 musts for a lean bulk, is essentially explain a little bit about what a lean bulk is. I know that some of you are still a bit confused or might not know the terminology. So essentially what a lean bulk is, it's keeping your body fat as low as possible while gaining as much muscle mass, which sounds kind of like impossible without, taking, illicit substances, but we're keeping it fully natty, guys. I'm gonna show you how to do it naturally and how to do it the most effective way possible, okay? And essentially with that as well, how this is gonna help you out, it's gonna help make you look shredded all year round, which some people come up to me like, yo, Tom, what are you doing, man? How you staying so lean all year round? They're thinking I'm running nasty stuff, some sauce, this and that, even barbecue sauce, tomato sauce. Guys, I'm completely natural, and this is gonna be the reason why, and hopefully, it can open your mind up on a different way and a different approach on how to do things, which is keeping it lean, and it's all about, I guess, discipline as well, because it's not the easiest thing. Like, the easy thing is definitely doing the dirty bulk, eating shit food, putting on a bunch of weight, which is generally mostly body fat. So what we're gonna do is maximize muscle gain and strength gains while reducing that body fat, okay? So now that you kind of know and have a bit of an understanding about what a lean bulk is, we're gonna get started in the 5 musts. And we're gonna start with clean eating. That is number 1 for the must for lean gaining, okay? So what most people think when they hear the word bulk, straight away, they're at Macca's drive-through, they smash the McFlurries, they've got a Big Mac, a large Big Mac meal. You've got to get that Coke Zero though, because it's saving calories. But they're eating like eating shit food. Now, the thing is, if you fuel your body with shit food, what's gonna happen? You're gonna train like shit, so your performance is gonna be down, and also with that, your mood and your energy levels are just gonna be really low. Because, what most of us know, it's mostly saturated fat, which isn't great. Versus if we take a lean approach, so we have our clean eating, so we're still incorporating the same principles that we do in a cut or a shred, which you've seen in my other videos, which is basically sticking to your whole foods, having your lean protein. So still having your chicken breast, your lean meats, your tuna, your WPIs, all the clean stuff, keeping your salad in, you got your veggies, because you're a good boy or a girl, and you're doing all the right things, you're gonna perform, feel, and look a lot better, okay? And with that as well, that's gonna help you keep, I guess, your hunger at bay. Because even though, you're bulking, which the next thing is gonna be a controlled surplus. So you're still gonna have, you might be coming straight out of a comp prep or a shred. So keep in mind that, the main thing you're probably thinking about day in, day out, you're talking to your mates about is, all the food you wanna eat. So, instead of going out, going to Z-Pickle, getting that pizza, you're going home, you're being a good boy, you're doing your meal prep, and you're keeping it lean, which is basically the main concept, okay? So like I said, by eating clean, keeping it clean, you're gonna obviously be able to eat more food, so more volume, because we're only in a small surplus, so obviously you're still gonna be quite hungry, you're gonna be performing better as well. So we're keeping our carbs clean, we're keeping the fats low, so we're not feeling sluggish, we're not feeling like crap, which means obviously we can push our training harder, we can get more muscle growth, which is basically, one thing that I try to do. Not saying that, 100% of the time I'm eating chicken and rice, but I do try to keep it, that 80-20 split, which is ideal, okay? So if you guys can take away one thing, it's don't eat like a fat shit when you're bulking. So number 2 is controlled surplus. Now, obviously for some people who don't know how to track calories, that's fine. I've done a previous video about how to track your calories, how to use MyFitnessPal, and how to set your macros, so we'll pop them up top. But essentially the main thing we need to focus on is having a controlled surplus. Again, this is where most people go wrong. Instead of just eating slightly above maintenance calories, which is the amount of food you should be eating on a daily basis just to maintain your weight, we just want to be slightly above that, about 10 to 15%. What most people do is they jump, like I said, high. How high is the pole? They jump super high. Their maintenance is at 2,500. They're eating 4,000 calories, not built up over time, literally straight away. So what's your body gonna do when it's got all this extra energy that it hasn't seen? Obviously gonna store it and it's gonna be fat. you know, obviously, you know, I've been there. I've spoken about this, and I'm not proud, but I've been there. I've spoken about this in, you know, past videos where, you know, I've just literally after a comp prep, you know, I've binged, I ate all the food I could eat and literally see inside. And yeah, guys, it wasn't pretty. I was bloated, I retained lots of water. My fat was like a chipmunk. My face, sorry, was like, not fat, my face was like a chipmunk. Like it was all blown up, felt like shit. And the thing is obviously you think, okay, I'm gonna be eating 4,000 calories now. I'm gonna be benching 3 plates. It doesn't work like that, guys, which we'll chat soon. So what you wanna do is just be in a slight surplus, okay? So, you know, if your maintenance is 2,000 calories, like I said, if you watch the past video, you'll be able to figure out your maintenance calories and work out your calories you should be at. But what we're gonna do, say for example, 2,000, we wanna be 10 to 15% above that max, just to start with. So say for example, you're at 2,000, 10% of 2,200, so max gonna be, you know, 300 calories over that. So you're gonna be eating 2,300 just to start with. Because the thing is, the body's a funny thing. You can literally gain muscle mass just by being in a slight surplus. And what that's gonna do is gonna help you reduce that body fat. Now, in terms of muscle gain, scales aren't everything, but ideally, want to see those shells shifting up just slightly. Like, I don't expect you guys to put on a kilo or 2 a week, where I'm talking like small changes, like anywhere between 200 to 400 grams per week is awesome progress. Any faster, majority of it's gonna be body fat, okay? Whereas if we can keep it minimal, you know, you can do that over an extended period of time. Majority is gonna be muscle mass. Obviously, it's silly for us to think that it's all gonna be 100% muscle, because that is a lie, but we wanna maximize that muscle growth, okay? So if we can do that, control our surplus, you guys are gonna be able to stay as lean as possible, which is great, because, you know, if you're coming out of a shred, you've put in all this hard work, don't throw it away by just eating that pizza. It's not worth it, trust me, I've been there. So after that, what we're gonna do is talk about number 3, which is you must train heavy and you must train hard. Most people think, okay, I'll push myself during a cut. Now that I'm bulking, I'm gonna taper it back a bit. I might go heavy every now and then, but yeah, I'm just gonna hit the cruise button, eat as much food as I want, and just cross my fingers. That's not how it works. When you're actually transition into a lean bulk, this is your cue to actually push your training to the next level. You're fueling your body, you've got more fuel in the tank, so you need to put those calories to work. Okay, so when we're in the gym, what our focus should be is getting strong as fuck. You need to be pushing yourself hard. We want to be getting on a heavy weight on a consistent basis. So stick to your compounds. Obviously, I've spoken, you know, in how to shred and how to cut. You want to be sticking to compounds, but when you're bulking as well, it is a must. You must stick to your compounds and you must overload, get under heavy weight. So try to stay in between that 4 to 8 rep range. We want to be training muscle groups 2 times per week. So, you know, the most effective splits is like an upper lower or a push pull legs. And you're trying to hit each muscle group twice a week to maximize that volume through the muscle. Now, if you guys can do that for a consistent amount of time, anywhere between, you know, 3 months, so 3 years, if you're perma-bulking, you know, you're really gonna maximize those gains, guys. Like, you don't actually understand, because obviously if we're getting on that heavy load on a frequent basis, that's just gonna maximize the growth and the density of your muscle, which is just gonna take your physique to the next level. And if we're obviously, like I spoke earlier, taking care of the nutrition, we're gonna keep it lean and we're gonna keep it, yeah, really good. So you're gonna notice some awesome changes. So if you guys can do that and train hard, don't follow this BS or 2 to 3 reps left in the tank kind of thing. Most people don't actually push themselves to fail. They don't even know what true failure is. So don't be afraid of that. Obviously, if you find that and you see where your potential is and where you can push yourself, that's fantastic. But don't be afraid to push yourself hard or even train, you know, 1 rep shy of failure. I generally like to push myself just shy of failure. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I do push myself to fail, which isn't a good thing, but if we can go around that 1 rep shy of failure on most things, you guys are gonna maximize your gains, because you might realize, oh yeah, I've got 2 to 3, but if you don't actually push yourself to failure every now and then, you're not gonna know where the hell the bar is, you know what I mean? Like, you're chilling down here, you might only be at 60% where you could be pushing an extra 20 or 30%. So don't be afraid to get under the heavyweight, push yourself, and if you are, just make sure you have a spotter in case you bury yourself. But yeah, that's basically number 3. Number 4. Patience. So not gonna lie, guys, this is something I'm still practicing myself after training for many years, but it is something to be mindful of, especially when you're bulking. Because I'm someone who naturally, with my body type, I'm someone who stays quite lean. So, you know, as soon as I get in that bulk, I'm pretty much like, fuck, when are we cutting next, boys? Because yeah, you know, as soon as you see that body fat, obviously you don't get the same side effects when you're cutting. You know, you're seeing veins pop out. Obviously with the bulk, you're probably just noticing more body fat gaining. So like I said, that's why a lean bulk is great. But if you can be patient, you can keep working in the gym, getting strong in the gym slowly, sticking to the process with your nutrition, and then slowly ramping your calories up as you go, you're really gonna be able to maximize your muscle gain. Because the thing is, muscle isn't made overnight, which sucks, but that's just reality. So what we need to do is work around that. So if we can be consistent, we can adhere to the plan, and we can stick to that for a long amount of time, and be patient, practice your patience on a daily basis, we're gonna maximize those gains. Ideally, you know, the longer the better for a bulk. Like for me, you know, it's hard for me to try to stick to a lean bulk for 6 to 9 months because like I said, I like staying lean, but I really push myself. Like ideally I want to try and push myself out to that 12 months, but I'm taking small steps. So same thing, I want you to take those small steps. If you've never bulked before, try to stick for 3 to 6 months. If you've done it for 3 to 6 months before, let's see if we can push it to that year. Because yeah, the thing you'll notice, you'll pat yourself on the back later because next time you cut, you're gonna, you know, strip the body fat, which there shouldn't be much to strip at the end because you're keeping it nice and lean. But when you get there and your next shred, you're gonna make an awesome progress. You know what I mean? You're gonna have cap delts, do like, where did those wings come from? I didn't see them before, all this crazy stuff. But the thing is, if you stay in a deficit for the rest of your life, you're gonna shrivel up, you're gonna lose the muscle mass, and you're just gonna be looking the same, which isn't ideal, like no one wants that. So definitely be patient, practice your patience, and if you are impatient, start now. And yeah, just see how you go, trust the process. Last must, number 5, is recovery. So this is a very overlooked, I guess, thing that people kind of just forget about. And recovery kind of encompasses a few things. Recovery encompasses things like prehab, you know, your stretching, foam rolling, your water intake, things like supplements, things like sleep as well is a big one. So in terms of stretching, prehab, and foam rolling, you really need to be implementing this around your training. I generally just implement that around my bigger compound days, majority leg days. But obviously if you think about it like this, okay, now that we've got all this extra fuel, we're pushing our bodies harder. Like I said, we're training extra hard because we've got that extra fuel. You're probably putting yourself at more risk to injury. So what we need to ensure is that, okay, we're stretching, we're doing our mobility, our warm-ups and activation prior, and after we're doing, you know, things like your foam rolling, your static stretching, just to ensure that we're looking after our body. Because the thing is, you know, when you're gaining weight and we're going to heavy weight, obviously you're increasing the risk of injury. You might snap your shit up, which we don't want. So, you know, even though you're stronger and you're heavier, you still don't want to just get under that PB weight straight away. Do your warm-up sets, don't do stupid shit. And obviously we're here for the long run. We're not trying to get huge in 3 days, okay? Because, you know, your body's gonna fall apart. So if you can do all that stuff, that'd be awesome. Also with sleep, this is one that's overlooked. My sleep schedule is messed up at the moment. I'm not proud of it. I'm currently getting like 5 to 6 hours, which is not good. Ideally, what you want is like 7 to 9 hours of sleep to maximize your recovery, okay? Because you want that sleep to make sure your body can repair fully, that you're well rested, and so your mood and your performance is at its peak. So that's something I've been trying to work on with you as well. Just be mindful, have a look at what your sleep schedule is like for the past week. And then obviously, like I said, you know, you might have to block in some like day naps to bump those numbers up, but if you can, try to get that sleep in to really maximize that growth. With that as well, supplements. So you don't need to be buying any mass gainers, guys. Like I said, main thing is just your protein. So if you can hit your protein, 1.5 on the higher end, ideally 2.5 grams of protein per kilo body weight. You can just keep your WPIs in. If you are someone who is the hard gainer though, definitely implement and make your own mass gaining shakes. Get out that way. Get out the almond milk, throw in some oats, throw in a banana, get that peanut butter, snap it in there as well, get some frozen berries, boom, 1,000 calories, get in there. So go liquid calories if you're a hard gainer, but just try to stick to your meals, implement some snacks. So throw those snacks in between each main meal to bump those numbers up as well. Some good snacks are like, you know, protein shakes, you've got protein yogurt, energy bars. My go-tos are like your Milo bars or your Nutrigrain bars. You can have a sneaky one before or after training, which is pretty good. Banana, keep your fruits up high as well, all that fun stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much it for recovery. Just try to be mindful of that, optimize that, and like I said, the better you recover, the better you can perform and the more you can grow, okay? So yeah, that's pretty much it to lean bulking. Not that complicated, guys. So hopefully you guys got some value from the vid. Let me know down below, you know, what you found the most valuable from that. And like I said, any suggestions for future vids, please let me know, guys. Because yeah, you know, I'd love to keep bringing out videos that you guys want to watch to help you maximize your results, okay? So I'm gonna leave the video there. Before I go, remember, hit the subscribe if you haven't already. Please leave the thumbs up and also give myself a follow on IG if you haven't already. So it's Tom Mac Fitness, and also yeah, give Allan and EOS a follow as well. So we'll throw up their IGs up as well. Give them a follow, guys. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next vid. Hope you guys take care, and remember, stay patient and let's stay huge.